Staying with the WNBA playoffs, let's stay here. Let's just say the ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever now eliminated.
With just 929,000 viewers for one of the Liberty Aces semifinal games, the WNBA playoffs just turned into a huge train wreck, accounting for less than 30% of the Fever, with Caitlin Clark's Sun Game 2 drew in 3.4 million people. But hold on, things get worse. Sunlink semifinals Game 1 drew a pitiful 650,000 viewers, or 80% of the audience, while Game 2 drew a flat-out snooze.
By the way, not only was viewership down, but attendance was as well.
The WNBA is experiencing a crisis, and it all stems from one player, Caitlin Clark. Her early departure caused a huge void in viewership, and fans are abandoning the league in large numbers. But what made Clark so exceptional that this drastic change could occur? We're going to reveal the real reason for this rating slump in this video. You won't believe your eyes when you see the full impact of the Clark effect, or lack thereof, now that she's relaxing at home. Before we break it down, please remember to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go over everything from the contentious eye poke incident to the referee drama that plagued Clark's entire season to the WNBA management's outright disrespect.
Caitlin Clark is the golden goose. Not most, not all, but some people spent some time resenting her for it. Came out there and did her thing. Rookie of the year, 4th in the league for MVP voting, assist leader, one of the top leading scorers after the Olympic Games. She put on a show, validating all the attention she was receiving. A rising tide lifts all boats. If folks were more receptive to it, even more moments would have.
Think you know the whole story of Caitlin Clark's impact? Well, her first season wasn't just incredible, it broke records, shattered expectations, and changed the WNBA landscape. However, the league may have made a crucial error in how they handled their new superstar. Let's examine the Clark phenomenon. This superstar dominated the court, averaging 19.2 points and 8.4 assists per game, breaking 62 records. In the process, not only was she the league leader in assists and three-pointers for the season, setting the single-season record with 337 assists. But it's not just a great season, it's historic. However, this is where it gets. In addition to playing brilliantly wild, Clark revolutionized the entire viewing experience. Regular season games with Caitlin Clark drew an average of 1.78 million viewers when compared to games without her. We're talking about a nearly 70% decrease in attendance, which isn't just an impact, but a fundamental change in the WNBA's viewership landscape.
And the Fever are going to be over 200,000 higher than the next highest total attendance in league history. Clarkonomics, my friend!
And it went beyond simply looking at displays. Fans weren't just watching, they were actually purchasing Clark's jersey, which became the best-selling rookie jersey in WNBA history. She wasn't just playing the game, she was revolutionizing the entire economy of the sport.
Top-selling WNBA player merch: Caitlin Clark, #1 in jersey sales, Angel Reese 2, Sabrina 3, Kate Martin 4.
The Clark effect peaked during the playoffs when her debut performance at St. Aging drew 1.84 million viewers, breaking the previous record for WNBA playoff viewing since 2000. Her second playoff game had 3.4 million people. With her, we're losing sight of how enormous the numbers are. Kelsey Mitchell, Clark's teammate, put it succinctly: without Caitlin, I don't think people would have heard of us. This wasn't just about one player's success, though. It was also about increasing the league's overall visibility.
You've changed the world in so many ways. You've done it with so much grace. And I'm so happy to take the floor with you.
The effect was felt beyond TV ratings. Clark was more than simply a player. She was a sensation, attracting audiences and fostering an environment that the WNBA hadn't experienced in years. However, this is where things become more complex. With Clark's early elimination from the playoffs, the NBA's reliance on her star power has revealed a weakness, and the league must now face a painful truth. We'll talk more about the controversy surrounding her games against the Sun and the shocking trend we observed this season, as well as how to keep viewers interested when your golden goose isn't playing.
A league with players that feel like they should be getting the attention. Now they have center stage, but the ratings are going to go down. How far, though? That's the key.
This circumstance has generated a great deal of discussion. Some contend that Clark's influence has been exaggerated in the media jam. Hill phoned even detractors cannot dispute the statistics, despite the fact that it is reckless. Hill admitted that if Clark were still playing, the league's ratings would be greater. This is a complicated matter that emphasizes the fine line between showcasing star power and creating a long-term league, though. WNBA is currently facing a significant obstacle. Adjustments must be taken to guarantee the league safeguards the actual product, and how can they take advantage of the interest Clark created and turn it into long-term growth? The players' safety, the referees' reliability, and the excitement of competition. We understand that watching this movie takes up some of your time, so please remember to like, subscribe, and enable all notifications if you have watched this far and are enjoying it. Let's get back to the action.
We all realize where the credit needs to be given as far as the success of this WNBA season. Caitlin Clark came in and made such an impact on how many people started to care about the WNBA. This was the highest viewed season in the history of the league. In 28 years, the numbers were stellar. Caitlin Clark drew a whole new fan base into it. And now the question is, because she has been eliminated, she and the Indiana Fever are eliminated after losing 2 games to the Connecticut Sun. What is the rest of the season going to look like, ratings-wise, for the WNBA? Are people still going to care? That is the question.
Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation who had single-handedly raised the WNBA's profile, took a devastating hit to her eye, and fans watched in shock as the game continued without a foul call. Sparking outrage and concern for player safety, the iPook incident in Game 1 of the playoffs sent shockwaves through the basketball world as the WNBA looked to build on its newly found momentum. Thanks to Clark, a perfect storm of controversy was brewing, from a contentious on-court incident to a bizarrely lackluster awards ceremony.
As everyone else has seen this angle.
This was not your typical play, rather it was a pivotal moment that could have changed the playoffs' entire trajectory. During Clark's amazing season, the team unexpectedly found itself at a disadvantage due to her vision impairment, which affected her play in a pivotal game. However, the consequences went far beyond a single game or series.
I'm calling her in, and I'm saying to her, I need answers.
Player safety, which has always been a concern, immediately took center stage when the event brought long-simmering problems in the WNBA to light. How could such a flagrant and risky play? Players, coaches, and analysts all expressed their concerns about the league's dedication to protecting its athletes. So it wasn't only fans who asked this question, however. The eye poke was only the start of a worrying pattern that developed throughout the season. Clark was the target of over a fifth of the league's most severe penalties, accounting for an incredible 177% of all flagrant fouls. It caused severe concerns regarding officiating uniformity and raised eyebrows.
Okay, by now I'm sure you've seen Skylar Diggins assault. Caitlin Clark after Indiana blew out Seattle.
The controversy didn't stop on the court. When it came time to recognize Clark's historic season, the league made a mistake once more. Were referees failing to protect the league's new superstar, or was Clark being unfairly singled out by opponents? Either way, it revealed a glaring weakness in the WNBA's ability to manage its most valuable assets, the players who get fans up every night.
Just have somebody that wants to say a couple things really quick.
Hi, Coach Side. This is WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. Do we have the team all together?
Hello. Yes, ma'am.
What a record-breaking season for you and the entire team, full of outstanding performances.
The announcement of the Rookie of the Year, a simple phone call, took the place of a moment that ought to have been a celebration of Clark's influence.
Congratulations, Caitlin. You are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of the
It felt like a slap in the face for a player who had broken records, packed arenas, and garnered unprecedented attention for the league. Other winners received their trophies in front of a cheering audience. So why did Kathy Gilbert simply mail it? I mean, every game's audience is cheering for the Fever. So they could have done it in front of the Connecticut crowd in Game 2. Both fans and the media were perplexed as to how the WNBA could have blown such a fantastic opportunity beyond the numbers. These controversies raised important questions about the WNBA's future. On the one hand, they had a once-in-a-generation talent that drove interest and viewership to new heights. But on the other hand, they seemed ill-equipped to capitalize on this momentum and protect their most valuable assets. Clark had proven herself to be more than just a rookie. She was a transformative force for the entire league. But instead of a grand ceremony or press conference, they chose the bare minimum, whereas Commissioner Kathy Englebert during all of this? And what message does it convey when its brightest new star is treated with such blatant disregard?
Fans came to central Indiana from Newfoundland, Canada? And you're here why?
Just to see the Beaver game, Caitlin Clark.
Busy pushing rivalries and downplaying Clark's influence on generations by claiming that it's never about one player.
I notice when you're asking about Caitlin a lot, you bring up other rookies as well.
No league's ever about one player. That player could get hurt or whatever. So I think it's just to give recognition that in sports, people watch for compelling content and rivalries.
From unexpected playoff upsets to internal club strife, the WNBA's underlying problems have been exposed by Caitlin Clark's absence, the Las Vegas Aces, the league's back-to-back champions, and the apparently unstoppable force are all being shaken now that they're in unfamiliar territory, down one win. 2 losses against the New York Liberty in the semifinals, the Aces are dealing with more than just elimination. They're fighting an identity crisis that could blow up their dynasty coach, Becky. Hammond's mouth after their Game 2 loss: "We gave up 16 obscene layups," and she raged, revealing the holes in the AC's once impenetrable defense. But it's not just about missed assignments or bad rotations. There's a deeper problem at play that goes right to the heart of what it means to be a professional athlete in today's social media-driven world.
The whole league has been pissed off for the last 8 months, and my players are in commercials and this and that and being freaking celebrities, and you get distracted.
As she criticized her players for losing sight of what really matters, the players are preoccupied with ads and we're turning into fake celebrities rather than basketball players. Hammond's annoyance erupted. She bemoaned the fact that it serves as a sharp reminder that even at the greatest level, the pull of fame may derail an A-team's hopes of winning a championship. The Caitlin Clark phenomenon demonstrated how much a single transcendent player can elevate the entire sport, but now that Clark is out, the league is dealing with a harsh reality. They may have become too dependent on individual star power at the expense of overall product quality. This internal conflict within the Aces highlights a larger challenge facing the WNBA. How does a league balance the need for star power and marketability with the fundamental goal of competitive excellence? The numbers don't lie. After Clark was removed off the floor, playoff ratings plummeted. A far cry from the crowded arenas and record-breaking viewership that characterized the regular season. ESPN has even shifted some playoff games to ESPN2 in response to the drop in audience interest.
Now she's out of the playoffs.
This is where things start to get interesting, though, as other teams are grabbing the chance to change the league's narrative as the Aces struggle with their newfound celebrity status. Where does the WNBA proceed from here? The Indiana Fever, despite their early playoff elimination, have demonstrated that assembling a happy team and developing new players alongside Clark can produce a long-lasting blueprint for success on and off the court. In addition to investing in the whole product, the league needs to figure out how to capitalize on the star power of players like Clark. This entails resolving player safety concerns, guaranteeing fair officiating, and developing a system that values team accomplishments just as highly as individual honors. The Aces' recent postseason troubles are a warning story. If a team with a wealth of individual talent loses focus on its collective objective, success is not assured. ESPN's choice to downgrade games to a lower-tier network ought to serve as a warning. To maintain long-term viability, the WNBA must closely examine its player development initiatives, marketing plans, and league operations as a whole. Clark was undoubtedly the driving force behind the WNBA's popularity, and since she left, the league's ratings have fallen, highlighting its vulnerability. But this crisis may mark a sea change. The WNBA needs to deal with the problems that initially turned away spectators. Player safety and fair officiating cannot be afterthoughts. The future of the league rests on the WNBA taking note of Clark's influence and strengthening its foundation, because fans want to see their heroes respected and safeguarded. Women's basketball, the ball could reach new heights. The time has come to act on the possibilities. Please let us know in the comments by subscribing and turning on all notifications to ensure you don't miss anything. We'll see you in the next one after you click the video on the screen.